Hey yo, what it do? This your boy Tony Totebag, and this is Culture Topics.
Wow.
Salute to my hustlers and what's poppin' to my entrepreneurs. East, West, South, North Dallas, stand up. Oak Cliff, Greedy Grove, Stop 6, Como, West Dallas. Everybody stand up, man. Stand up, stand up, stand up. This is your boy Tony Totebag. This is Culture Topics. I am the founder of East Dallas Fashion. Ladies, run and get your tote bags. Fellas, run and get your hoodies. 420, go and get your long sleeve shirts, man. You know what I'm saying? My 420 people, go and get your long sleeve shirts, man. You know what I'm saying? I got that link on the top of the page, man. You know what I'm saying? East Dallas Fashion, you know what I'm saying? Tony Totebag, go check your boy out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, and subscribe. You dig? I want everybody to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my my channel up. So like, share, and subscribe. We're gonna go back to the detention center this morning. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting back having my coffee this morning. You know what I'm saying? Feeding my rabbits or whatever. And I thought about my shout outs, man, when I be saying, you know what I'm saying, East Dallas, you know what I'm saying, West Dallas, Austin, H-Town, you know what I'm saying? When I thought about H-Town, man, one of the I don't know if I would call him a homie, you know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying, one of my peers or whatever that was in the detention center with us, man, out that H-Town, man. Shout out to them boys, man. You know what I'm saying? That, well, at this particular time, we have a handful of inmates from the Texas Department of Corrections that's in the dorm with us. You know what I'm saying? They're in our living quarter. They're living with us. You know what I'm saying? So the politics are slightly different. You know what I'm saying? Because they're scattered out, and we're young. You know what I'm saying? So all that political and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying, that's for the older folks, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, you know what I'm saying. So, but anyway, they're there, so we the youngins or whatever. So we go to rec, you know what I'm saying, we play basketball or whatever. So we come back. Now when we come back, my guy from that H-Town, he hype. He's a real talkative, you know what I'm saying, hype, on a rap, on a freestyle, crunk on 10, you know what I'm saying. So that's how he is, you know what I'm saying. But, and however, at this particular time, you know, it's best to go ahead and blend in and not stand out, you know what I'm saying. You need to blend in, you know what I'm saying. And he's standing out, you know what I'm saying. Every day he stands out. So on that particular morning when we come back from rec, from playing basketball, we won, you know what I'm saying. So he hyped, you know what I'm saying, as he should be, you know what I'm saying. He hyped, you know what I'm saying. So, and he always wanted me to play with him too. Even if I was asleep, he would come and wake me up to go to rec and play basketball. So he came back and he was loud, man. He was talking real loud, you know, hype about the win, you know. And mostly everybody is asleep, you know what I'm saying, around that time. So in my cell was one of the guys from TDC or whatever, and he was like, he liked things to be quiet, you know what I'm saying, especially when he sleep, you know what I'm saying. And my guy over there, he on 10, you know what I'm saying. You know, he real loud. So he wakes up and he's like, you know, he tell him to kind of, you know, in a respectful way, tell him to calm it down. All right. So H-Town ain't feeling that, you know what I'm saying. He don't want to calm down. We just came off a win. He want to stay crunk, you know what I'm saying. But he's in the next cell, and he's surrounded by people that really, you know, he's surrounded by some dangerous motherfuckers. Really, he don't even know it, you know what I'm saying. So, anyways, it come to a point to where he comes from out of his cell, which was a good thing he did, you know what I'm saying, because they was in their sleep too, and they ain't trying to hear that. But I guess, you know, whatever, they didn't wake up. So he wants to have a confrontation with you know what I'm saying, with the OG, you know what I'm saying, from prison or whatever. And I'm like, I don't understand why you want to do this, you know. My guy just, you know what I'm saying, my silly just trying to, you know what I'm saying, sleep peacefully. That's all he wants to do. He don't really want no flicks, you know what I'm saying? He don't want no flicks. He don't want to have to do nothing. But he is prepared and ready to do something, you know what I'm saying? He's a real big dude, you know what I'm saying? H-Town, the little guy, you know what I'm saying? But he got the Napoleon complex, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, H-Town, my city, like, well, come on in the cell, which is, you know, my cell, our cell. He's like, come on in the cell, you know what I'm saying? We can fight or whatever. So H-Town obliges, you know what I'm saying? So he comes into the cell, and man, the OG dude, man, he beat H-Town silly, man. He hit H-Town with lefts and rights and you know what I'm saying, he really tore him up, you know what I'm saying, and sent him out the cell with a big old pumpkin head, you know what I'm saying. And man, that was sad, you know what I'm saying. I was like, damn, but H-Town asked for it, you know what I'm saying, by not wanting to be quiet and wanting to agitate this man, you know what I'm saying. So he beat him up, you know what I'm saying, beat him up pretty bad, but H-Town wasn't trying to take that loss, you know what I'm saying. And sometimes there's things you can do, you know what I'm saying, in settings like that, environments like that, you can try to get even, you know what I'm saying. So if you're going against an opponent that you think or you can't beat or whatever. So what H-Town thought of was this thing that people used to do. They would boil hot water, you know, they get their stinger, put hot water in their coffee cup, and put shampoo off in that real thick. The shampoo used to smell good, you know what I'm saying, but if you pour that shampoo off in there with that hot water, you know what I'm saying, and mix it up a little bit, and if you dash it on somebody, it'll peel the skin right off of them, and that'll send them hollering, you know what I'm saying, yow, you know what I'm saying, because that's, you know, I can only imagine that hurts, you know what I'm saying. So H-Town makes a concoction with and everybody can see him, you know what I'm saying, me and my silly who beat H-Town up or whatever, we can see what he's doing, you know what I'm saying, and he's still being kind of loud, you know what I'm saying, but my silly don't come out the cell to agitate, you know what I'm saying, any more business with him, because he already done beat him up, and that's really not what he wanted to do. He really didn't. He wanted to do it in the moment to show him something, but that's not really what he wanted to do. He didn't really want to get down with him like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's smaller. You know what I'm saying? But he's a very mouthy person. You know what I'm saying? And he's loud, and he's just you know what I'm saying? He's there. You know what I'm saying? You gonna know he there. But he cool. But he just will not be quiet. You know, no matter where we at, he will not be quiet. And that's not how you move, you know what I'm saying, when you in lockup, you know what I'm saying. There's times to be loud and there's times to be quiet, not on 10 at all times, you know what I'm saying. Especially when you're around certain individuals who have zero tolerance, you know what I'm saying. When you're around all the youngsters, we don't care, you know what I'm saying. We can tolerate the noise, but there's different levels of OGs off in here right now, you know what I'm saying. And always, but especially right now, you know what I'm saying. And what I forgot to tell you guys, and I apologize, man, I'm you know what I'm saying, I'm practicing on my storytelling or whatever. But I forgot to tell you that even the guards get political too, you know what I'm saying. I hate that I left that out in the beginning. But even the guards get political too, you know what I'm saying. They're kind of like little gangs too at times, you know what I'm saying. That's not regular for down here or whatever. But you know what I'm saying, they can get political too, and they're a part of this story too. So let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, he's making that concoction, you know what I'm saying. So what he wants to do is he want to catch OG slipping, going in the day room, do, and then he want to dash that hot water and shampoo on him and skin him alive, you know what I'm saying. But OG not stupid, you know. OG know he just put them paws on him. Our cell faces the day room. We can look out our window and our door, and see what he's doing, you know what I'm saying. But he really beat up real bad. You know what I'm saying? He beat up real bad. His pride is hurt. So you know this is his only chance to redeem himself. You know, that's what he's thinking in his mind, you know what I'm saying? Because he done got himself in some shit, you know what I'm saying? Because this guy really could have, and because I was right there in the cell with him, you know what I'm saying? Man, those punches sounded agonizing, man. Just whooping his face, you know what I'm saying? Stay out of jail, kids. Stay out of jail, everybody, really. Stay free, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because in a situation like that, man, in that cell that we were living in, it's not too small, but it's not too big. But when you're in it's metal bunks, metal sink, metal toilet, he could have, anybody, you know, it's been situations where people done hit their head and all of that, but not in this situation right here. But H-Town could have hit his head. OG could have just spazzed out and just started going crazy on him, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, you know, we ain't locked in like that, you know what I'm saying? We basketball partners, you know what I'm saying? He's not locked in, you know what I'm saying, with your boy like some of the other youngsters is, you know what I'm saying? And they ain't got nothing to do with it, and only one of them outside of me was present for that, you know what I'm saying? So me and the other youngster, we together, you know what I'm saying? H-Town, he's kind of like a renegade because he's so goddamn loud, you know what I'm saying? So you really can't just hang in there with him like that because he not moving accordingly, you know what I'm saying? He came in, you know what I'm saying, loud. Came in, I don't know if flamboyant is the word to use, but he came in like that. He came in braggadocious, you know what I'm saying? And he's in the pit, you know what I'm saying, with scorpions, you know what I'm saying? So shit, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So, and plus, you know what I'm saying, he not from our political hood ties and things like that. So I was with my conglomerates, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, but he was my basketball partner, and we had a few programs that we you know, we went to, you know what I'm saying, together or whatever, but you know, we just didn't ride like that. So if OG would have, you know what I'm saying, just really just spazzed out, wasn't really nothing I could really do, you know what I'm saying, unless it involved everybody else. Because if I get involved, then everybody else that's on my team, so to speak, has to get involved too, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what their minds was with that, but that's neither here nor there. So anyway, so he making that concoction. So he ready to catch OG slipping, and OG ain't finna go out there, you know what I'm saying? He probably could have went out there and kind of pump faked him and had him throw it and dodge it and then get on his ass again. But that ain't what he was trying to do. He just trying to get some rest, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, in the midst of H-Town, you know, making this concoction and keeping up a lot of noise, you know, kind of pretty much saying what he not gonna go for and stuff like that, the guards here, and of course the guard and the picket probably can see what he doing. I don't really know their vantage point from the tower or whatever, you know. But I can imagine they can see exactly what he's doing. I know they can see us, but they probably looking right at him, you know what I'm saying? So one of them, and then like it's 2 doors it takes to get into our dorm where we at. So 2 of them was at the in the hallway, and they was at the first door. So they tell them to buzz the door, and they go, and then one door is open. Then they walk in. Close it behind them. Now they're in the Sally Port or whatever, and they can either go into this dorm over here that's next to us, our dorm, or the dorm that was to the right of us or whatever. There's 3 dorms they could either go in. They're looking in the middle dorm, which is our dorm. So there's one more door they got to go through. They tell them to hit it. Bang. Okay. So we looking from out the cell like, oh, you know, and say we wonder what's going to go down, you know what I'm saying? They dip their head in and just, I don't know really exactly what they said, but I can kind of imagine they told H-Town to chill out, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing, just chill out and go back in your cell or whatever. Because they just dip their head in and they dip back out. And you know what I'm saying, they told them to buzz the door, and they closed it, you know what I'm saying. They wasn't doing no tripping, you know what I'm saying. They just said what they said, and then went back, you know, was finna get ready to go back. I guess they just wanted to chill, you know what I'm saying. They ain't feel like dealing with that. But H-Town, he kept popping. They heard it. They didn't even get a chance to get back out of that second door to get back into the hallway. They heard him still popping, and then he going up. Oh yeah, that's what he did. He went up to the, that's where he fucked up. He went up to the door, the glass door or whatever, and he would start popping shit to him. I came out the cell by then. That's why I remember now. I didn't stay in for all of that. I said, yeah, now I gotta go see what's going down. So I went in the day room. I was pretty much right there, you know what I'm saying? So we started popping to him. So they had him pop the door again. And when when the guards had him pop the door again, they grabbed H-Town and snatched him into the salad port, had him pop out, roll the door again and lock our door, had him pop the door so they can get back into the hallway. They dragged him out to the hallway right there up front. They didn't drag him away right away. They had him up front, man. They was boom, 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 boom. It was like 2 or 3 of them. Boom, 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 kneeing him and kicking him and boom, boom. They was working that boy. They was working him, and then they dragged him down the hallway. And I couldn't. After they did that, I couldn't see no more. I tried to see as much as I could, and I couldn't see no more. And that was it, man. Never seen H-Town again. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was like, damn, they ain't have to do him like that. They ain't have to do him like that. They ain't have to do that boy like that. And then the other half of the people was like, but man, I know, man, that nigga was cool, but that nigga just kept talking. He was too loud, man. He ain't supposed to be doing all that. He already done, you know what I'm saying? I forgot old boy that he fought. He said, I already done caught a fade with old boy and got whooped. And then he gonna try to pop off to the guards. You know, them niggas might not be trying to hear it today. You know what I'm saying? You see what happened. You know what I'm saying? That's my, who was that? That's my South Dallas OG voice. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he was saying. He was right. You know what I'm saying? H-Town was cool, but he never had a moment to where he wasn't. So, you know what I'm saying? People got, you know what I'm saying? They going through things. You know what I'm saying? We all going through things. I don't know what H-Town was going through in lockup, but he carried himself like he had 3 days up in there. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else, all the rest of us was facing big time or had big time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? In that type of environment, you know, I might not have had explained it, you know what I'm saying, to y'all the way I should have. But it's a very hostile environment due to the fact that, you know, a lot of people, our lives was on the line big time. You know, some people had life without parole. They had life 30 years or whatever, you know, coming back from prison to our detention center to be charged for other things and then go back to prison. And that's what the guy that beat up H-Town was doing. He was coming back from prison to settle some more stuff, get some more time possibly, you know what I'm saying, and then go back to prison, you know what I'm saying. So he was on a different type of time. So, you know, that's what happens, you know what I'm saying, when you don't recognize. I got some stories, man, of people when they don't recognize where they are. They don't take it serious, you know what I'm saying, from being where you are. It don't matter where you at. You could be on a job, you know what I'm saying. If you're on a job where it's square business means it's a hostile environment. You got to carry yourself and move accordingly, you know what I'm saying, or you will get hurt, you know what I'm saying. That's even in the free world. That's at school, you know what I'm saying, in other places, you know what I'm saying. So you have to be careful, and you have to understand where you are, man. And if you make a mistake, you have to understand that if you go to jail or prison, there's different rules. You have to carry yourself in a different way, and all of that playing and playtime is over. That's it, you know what I'm saying. And if he's the second story that I done told of someone, you know, pretty much trying to weaponize themselves and go against inmates, and that, you know what I'm saying, that don't work out. He's the second person that it didn't work out. It didn't work out for the white guy in my other story. It didn't work out for him either, you know what I'm saying. And I left a few details out of that, you know what I'm saying. But like I say, I'm new to this storytelling thing. But just to go back, if y'all did see that my story where I say the white guy pulled the knife. Man, that OG man that was coming through he came from the feds, and he had life without, you know what I'm saying? So man, he had crawled in the bed with that white dude and made him cut his boxers into a thong and do that dance and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of kept it light on that story, you know what I'm saying? But he really did, man. He kind of traumatized that dude, man, because the way he snuck in the bed with him. He didn't do nothing actual to him, you know what I'm saying? But he did slip up out his bed and slip into his, you know what I'm saying? And made him do what he did. So that's one guy, and he, you know, and that was for him trying to make he didn't try to make a weapon. He had a knife, you know what I'm saying? Remember what I told y'all? So he had that knife, you know, he had that blade, but, you know, bam, that didn't work for that youngster, you know what I'm saying? And then H-Town, you know what I'm saying? He tried to weaponize himself with the hot water and the shampoo, you know what I'm saying? Which could have done some damage if you knew what you were doing, if you had the gall to just really step and make that happen. But he didn't, and he got himself busted by the guards, and then them guards, I don't know who whooped him worse, to be honest with you. I don't know if the guards whooped him worse, or if that one-on-one punishing in my cell from the OG, man, hurt him worse. Man, I don't know, because they both were some, and that's just from what I seen from the guard. You know what I'm saying? No telling what they did to that boy when they had got him around that corner. Hopefully not, you know what I'm saying, nothing too much, but, you know, man, things happen, man. So that's story number 2 of a youngster, man, taking a savage loss, you know what I'm saying? Savage loss in 2 separate ways, in 2 different ways, you know, one in a creepy way, you can say actual way, you know what I'm saying, but not all the way, but still, you know, a man cutting his own boxers into a thong and booty dancing, you know what I'm saying? That's some throwed off, you know what I'm saying, stuff. And then to catch a fade and savagely lose the fade, and then have you know what I'm saying, the guards fade you out too, you know what I'm saying, savagely. That's crazy too, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, peace to my hustlers, salute to my entrepreneurs, man. Y'all stay safe and y'all stay free, you know what I'm saying? Like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't started your channel, man, start your channel, man. Get out here with us and help us report on shit like this, on stuff like this, man. Help us grow, man. Help us grow as a people. Help us grow and open the eyes of the youth and the youngsters, man, and everybody else. So we need y'all, man. Come on aboard, man. Start your channel. Peace.